When a corpse is claimed by the infection, not every form is destined to become a towering brute or a slashing predator. Some are reduced instead to something cruelly efficient, a body hollowed out and rebuilt into a weapon. These are the Lurkers. What was once a child, a patient, or simply an unfortunate victim becomes little more than raw material, sculpted by the Necromorph pathogen into a compact shape, suited for survival in the void. Their torsos twist into pulsing cores of flesh, sprouting spindly, insect-like limbs that end in barbed appendages. From these, they unleash volleys of organic projectiles with startling precision. Deceptively small and grotesquely agile, the Lurker is no frontline killer. It lacks the brute muscle or coordination of its larger kin. Instead, it thrives where others falter. In low gravity, clinging to walls and ceilings, or drifting in the back silence of space, it waits, patient and still, until the moment comes to strike from afar. His body little more than a grotesque launcher shaped from discarded humanity. The creature that emerged is only barely human in outline. Its hide, once soft flesh, has hardened into a leathery shell stretched thin across its frame. A grotesque parody of skin, meant less for life than for armor. A faint suggestion of a head still crowns its form. From the chest downward, the body is dominated by writhing tentacles, slick with a resinous scene. These appendages spill from the thoracic cavity in the lower abdomen, like parasite roots breaking through a husk. They anchor the creatures to any surface they touch, gripping metal bulkheads or stone walls with obscene ease. With them, the Lurker moves in ways no human body was ever bent to. Scuttling along ceilings, clambering over vertical shafts, creeping silently in places where gravity holds no sway. Each movement precise, steady, and purposeful, as though the infection itself had rewritten the very logic of its anatomy. Buried deep within what was the pelvis lies the true menace of the Lurker. 3 tentacles coiled tight like serpents at rest, wait for a prey to stir them awake. When the creature sights a victim, the tendrils snap outward in a grotesque unfurling, lashing with startling speed. Each is tipped with jagged barbs, designed to tear, pierce, or even rip flesh apart with brutal efficiency. But the Lurker's terror does not end at close quarters. These appendages, unnervingly precise, serve as living weapons that can spit their barbs with the force and speed of gunfire. Few Necromorphs possess such accuracy, and fewer can still rain death from a distance. To face a Lurker is to know dread in all directions, whether it skitters above you unseen or waits patiently to strike from afar. Its tentacles poised to turn the smallest movement into a fatal mistake. Not all Lurkers are born from human hosts. On the frozen wastelands of Tau Volantis, in the derelict S.C.A.F fleets adrift above, a twisted variant stalks corridors and snow-choked trenches. These creatures were once loyal military dogs, bred for obedience and discipline. Yet the marker's signal unraveled them long before the infection took root. Caged and restless, they crawled frantically at the steel of their pens, driven mad by whispers only they could hear. Their paws split and bled against unyielding metal, their whines twisted into howls that echoed down the deserted halls. By the time death claimed them, their bodies were little more than wreckage, broken vessels primed for corruption. From this agony, the pathogen sculpted something new. Where there had once been strength and loyalty, now there is only hunger and violence. Their smaller frames make them faster, their movements more animalistic, their barbed tendrils snapping outward, with the viciousness of a starving predator. To encounter one, to be reminded that no creature, man or beast, is beyond the marker's reach.